Where is this sound coming from? And what's up with all these comments? Squid Game has quite literally taken over the social media landscape. There is really no escape. The global peer pressure of watching this show was so strong, I don't know a single person who has not watched it yet. So after binging it, I realized there are a lot of really good animes which have very similar themes to Squid Game. And since the show is so relevant, why not make a video about those animes? So if you love Squid Game, then here are the animes you need to watch. In no particular order, the first anime on the list is Death Parade. How far can you be pushed by death? This anime puts this concept through a lot of work. I'll be as vague as possible to avoid all spoilers, since a lot of plot twists in this anime are truly unexpected. The Death Parade is a series of games designed to judge human nature. Each episode has a new game and new participants. The games are designed to expose the hidden natures of the individuals by bombarding them with fear of death and difficult decisions. As the participants play these games, their memories start to resurface, sparking an emotional charge. The psychological warfare that takes place afterwards is on another level. The stories of each individual are so captivating, you'd be itching to find out more. And just when you think the surprises are over, your whole perception gets flipped upside down. As the Death Parade ensues, the dance begins, putting everything on display. But this is no ordinary dance, as everything is put on the line. The show deals with a wide variety of issues, such as jealousy, betrayal, suicide, etc. Put simply, this show is pure emotional carnage with very detailed character depiction. Next on the list is Kaiji. Let me start off by saying, do not get scared away by the animation style, or lack of females. Believe it or not, this is an artistic choice. The appearances of these characters and their strikingly sharp features furthers the storytelling in more ways than one. After the first episode, trust me, you won't even notice the art style, and you'll actually grow a fondness for it. When compared with Squid Game, Kaiji has the most similarities than the other animes on the list. I'm pretty sure the creator of Squid Game was inspired by Kaiji. Now onto the story. The story follows Kaiji, a gambling addict who has incurred debt way beyond his means, and to make matters worse, he's forced into an unforeseeable situation, which leads him to being stuck on a cruise ship battling for his life in a series of high-stake gambles. All that can be found on this ship is absolute despair. It feels as if you are constantly battling against strong tides with no hopes of survival. The psychological trauma that Kaiji was experiencing was so strong, I felt like I was slightly being affected by it. Every episode is filled with suspense, blood, sweat, and a lot of tears. The stakes just keep getting higher and higher with no ceiling to be found. This show will definitely get your blood pumping. I would say Kaiji is for sure a lot more intense than Squid Game, and the soundtrack just pushes this notion even further. If you do decide to watch this anime, make sure you start with Kaiji Ultimate Survivor, since that's the first season. Also, Kaiji has a real life adaptation movie called Animal World, which actually covers the first arc pretty well, and it is surprisingly good. Next up on the list we have Gantz. This anime is filled with gore, profanity, nudity, all the 18+ stuff. So if you are sensitive, then I suggest you move on. This anime has grown to be one of my favorites, even though they go too far with some of their scenes. If you're able to look past all the explicit stuff, it's actually pretty good. The main character in Gantz is a depressed, whiny kid who complains about every little thing. He isn't very interesting to me in all honesty, so I won't spend too much time on him. The main attraction is Gantz. Gantz is a survival game, and the only way you can participate is through death. So it's basically the afterlife, and it grants you a second chance to revive yourself. A group of random individuals are transported to an area where they put their second lives on the line to fight aliens. Once you are marked by Gantz, you'll be forced to play games at random intervals until you complete enough games to earn your freedom. At the end of each game, you are awarded points, which allows you to buy many useful items, and even your life. A lot of these aliens look weak or are just funny looking, but do not fall for their deceptive appearances. They are killing machines. Death is no stranger in this anime, and a lot of the times the humans will be at a greater loss. The aim of the game is to dispatch of the alien boss within the time limit. If you want something more brutal than Squid Game, then Gantz is the anime for you. However, if you had the choice between the manga and the anime, I would suggest you read the manga, since the pacing is a lot better. Next we have Alice in Borderland, which is the best survival game series I have ever watched. The story follows a group of 3 best friends who get transported in another world. Everything looks the same, but the land is barren. Almost everybody has disappeared. In this world, they are forced to complete games in order to survive. If they don't complete any games, then they get lasered to death. These games are categorized based on the cards that are shown. Spades are games of physical strength, often involving combat. Heart games are psychological, which involve manipulation and playing with the heart of others. Diamonds are games of intelligence, which often involve solving riddles and using logic to survive. And clubs is a balanced game based on physical strength, psychology and intelligence. The number determines how difficult the games are. The higher the number, the more difficult it is. The characters are not given any real objectives, however they go on to speculate that they need to collect all the cards to win their freedom. And the games are beyond thrilling. Each game has its own unique aspects you will never get bored of. The direction of the plot is also really good. This anime is more than just games. You experience how these characters handle situations that they are forced into, and all the moral dilemmas they deal with on a regular basis. After completing the game, you are awarded with the card, along with added days to your life. Although you're not really forced into these games, death is a really good motivator. Now when watching this anime, I would once again recommend the live action or manga, since this anime only has 3 episodes. Damn, there are so many good live actions on the list. This is so different to the ones I used to watch as a kid. Wow, they're bringing out a real life Dragon Ball Z movie. This is gonna be so cool.
Are you Piccolo? Did you kill my grandfather? Dragon! The test of 7 has been fulfilled. I compel you to come forth and grant my wish.
I feel sick. What the fuck am I watching? Last on the list is Darwin's Game, a battle royale survival anime. Darwin's Game is more colourful than the other animes on the list, and the deaths seem a lot lighter. So if you feel Squid Game was too intense for your liking, this anime should put you at ease. The main character Kanemi is your average high school boy until he downloads a game on his phone, which drags him into a chaotic world filled with endless death matches. You are able to earn real life currency by winning these games, incentivizing killing other players. As the name suggests, Darwin's Game focuses on the evolution of players. Each player in Darwin's Game is granted something called a sigil, which grants them magical abilities at random. Once you have your sigil, there is no changing it. Some abilities are completely overpowered and others are a complete joke. This is very sad since you're not the one who decides what sigil you get, so some of these characters do end up getting screwed over. And of course the main character's ability is completely overpowered. I don't want to spoil too much, so I won't let you know what his abilities are. But let me just say this, do not take this anime too seriously. There are some logical aspects which make no sense, but that's not where you should put your focus. The main focus are the battle royales. The environments are ever changing and all the exciting abilities of the characters really help to elevate the excitement. The story is decent, the characters are also decent, but the action scenes and concept are really incredible. Those two should be reason enough to watch the entire anime series. And thus concludes animes you need to watch if you like Squid Game. If you've already watched all these animes, congratulations, you've wasted your time. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy the rest of your day.